Rhythmic Force is one of those groups we knew we wanted to watch from really early on in the season, and we finally have the opportunity. We got a really solid video of the battery book, at least, from like last weekend or something, show in Texas. The Last Note podcast is where the video comes from. I think actually one of the people in the snare line, it's like they're on the podcast. Go link to all that stuff in the description. Go support that channel. Brand new podcast.
Yeah, Noah Jarrett. He's either in it or I know he was in it.
He's in it
the
this
group
year.
At one point.
I'm pretty positive he's in it this year. Yeah. So go subscribe to that channel. Check that stuff out. See if it's your cup of tea. But yeah, we're watching Rhythmic Force today. I don't have a whole lot to say besides a quick intro. If you don't have anything else, we can get right into this quickly.
No, we can rock and roll.
All right. This is Aged Out Reacts, everybody. We're the two hosts of Aged Out Podcast, Michael Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
Comment, like, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, patreon.com, join button here on YouTube. Go to agedoutpodcast.com if you want to grab a shirt or a sticker. Support us that way. Rep the merch. Clean as everything. Stickers in there, too. I have one of those actually on the way. I just bought one recently. Or had one sent to me. And then Aged Out Fundamentals. I've been drumming to one every day, actually. And I'm realizing I'm good at the moderate tempos. I don't have the finger dexterity anymore at like the 200. Like after I've played all the way through from like 96, my fingers get tired. I'm like, oh man, this is embarrassing. This is not cool.
Fatigue sets in.
This is not cool. So I'm adamant. So join me on that. And one a day, 15 minutes is all it takes. All right, I'll switch over and we'll just jump right in here. Here we go.
Lots of little isolated.
Yeah, and really good flam control. Like they decrescendo 3 left flams in a row after like a rest, and then they had a couple burst 7 strokes in there that were mostly good. I mean, we are going to talk about clarity at this point in the season. Everybody can get off that high horse. It's part of the way you evaluate groups, and we're 2 weeks from finals, so we're going to talk about it. The flam work was done really well. Good control demonstrated. The drum tuning, you pointed this out when we were setting up. The drums sound pretty good.
Audio. Yeah, they do sound good. Love some Pearl drums.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there, the flame control. Good full rhythm battery.
Not bad on the
turnaround.
Yeah, they rotated 360, and it was a full quad snare. I think the basses were layered.
The basses, too. Yeah, they filtered into the back end of that roll.
They mostly handled the listening change as you turn around well. Wasn't a perfect roll, but it was pretty solid.
With the threes, the Shirley Murphys. Boom, boom. There's a lot. I noticed this when I watched the show. There's a lot of fast rolls.
Yeah. I think the last time I saw the show was from the middle of the season. I like the show. I mean, the first time we saw him was when the regional or something that was them and Monarch went back to back. And I think they scored pretty close to Monarch at that show.
Yeah, I watched the show from this weekend on the floor from this Dallas regional. It was good. I haven't seen Monarch in a while, but I feel like this is the best group in Texas right now. So
could be. We'll see what happens. We probably won't see Monarch again until finals.
Till the day. They got a rough draw for finals.
Dude, they got dead first.
Dead first.
We all say it shouldn't affect things, but
it just sucks going on first.
Yeah,
I think that was Powell last year was in that spot.
I think Powell was first. Yeah. Oh, I'll clarify, then I'll back up.
That nice on the 5 strokes.
That rip was better. But we just said like going first sucks. It really doesn't affect things. It's almost like a tinfoil hat thing with everybody. The judges, we've talked to judges about it on here and off the record. Like, they evaluate everybody the same. And like, we're not saying that you're screwed if you go on first. We don't want to.
I think it just sucks because it's early. And like, you get less time of the day to rehearse and get over it. It's just, but these 5 strokes are good. Yep, that's the decrescendo.
Much better second rep.
Yep.
Just overall. Yeah, the
Better roll.
Much
Yep.
better. Yeah, much better.
Boom, boom. I hate that metronome sound. There we go.
I think they just use it for the count-offs.
Yeah, probably.
Good control.
Nice job
Hold
with
onto
the
those
singles. Yeah. Yeah, good job.
Well done, sir. Oh, the little burst
Nice.
there. I like that. Almost.
Yeah, slight bobble before the hand-to-hand there at the end. Yep.
I didn't hear a rim there.
I didn't know
The
rims.
rolls weren't perfect. The rolls around the drums were perfect, but it's pretty good. Didn't hear a single rim. So
I feel like that section, the quads, though, were, for this ensemble, are probably one of the more improved sections of the battery. I know early season I was messaging someone, I was like, man, if the quad line can clean up, they're going to be dangerous. But
sounds like they have to an extent.
Yeah.
Really cool texture
trade-off.
changes and trade-off stuff. Great control of the... Woo!
Yeah,
That
nice
was good.
crescendo roll to the middle of the drum there.
Gonna get that roll again. That was really good. I was about to compliment them on their control at the edge, and then the roll started, and I just shut the hell up. I was like, that was good.
Yeah, great. There's a couple of groups doing, pause real quick. This is just a personal opinion, obviously, but there's a couple groups that are doing like, I know them, they do it, and I've seen Dark Sky do it, where it's like the brush in one hand and the stick in the left hand or in one of the hands. And man, I just find it so exposed, the rhythms that you're playing with the actual stick hand and not the brush implement. It's really hard, and it makes it sound to me like, I don't know, too much of a contrast. I wish they would just like use two brushes, or in the left hand do something that's like softer, like a felt tip stick or a rubber tip stick that makes it, I don't know, it's so exposed, man.
Yeah.
And I thought the same thing when Dark Sky did it, and when they played it, I'm like, man, those left hands are just so exposed.
Well, I almost called out in that exact moment here in that rep, like the lefts weren't fully in there, player to player. So I get what you're saying.
It's got to be hard, like, to just, you know, what you're hearing in your head. It's almost like playing on a pad in a drum, like just one hand is so exposed. But I don't know. I think the rubber tips would make it more.
I could probably agree with that sentiment.
Forgivable.
Yeah, like right there.
It's just so exposed. Maybe indoors it doesn't really matter.
Possibly.
That roll is great.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
The third time, it's still great.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, great bases. Yep. Yeah, he likes it. Fast. Nice.
A couple of the first diddle after the accents weren't quite perfect, but very good.
Really close.
Damn it, they're going to beat some people in Dayton. they're going to beat some people. Drum to drum. The tuning is pretty good, like consistent.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to nerd out for a second
Yeah.
because this was really cool to me in that snare feature. There's a moment where it's like a tap 5 into like a triplet tap 5 right into like a duple flam 5 roll or something off the left. It really stuck out to me, and I don't know why my brain just was like that. So I'm going to...
Some cool... Did the puttas down to the gut edge, and then brought that roll back in again. Yeah. There's a lot of those just kind of like isolated rhythms. Very syncopated.
See if I can point this out, or if I heard it right the first time.
Yeah, good weight player to player.
It was a flam 5 roll after a couple shots, after triplet stuff.
Reminds me of like the ending of like an old school Cadets. Like,
yeah, the quads have gotten a lot better.
A lot better. Ironically, the one thing that was probably the least clear in that phrase was just when they were on the drum 2 doing that. Check it out.
It's always the easy stuff. Easier. Good add-in, too. Yeah, so what I'm hearing here, because we're getting more than one rep in a row, and usually the second rep of a phrase when you're playing it a lot is always going to be better because it's in your hands, you just heard it, you just played it. The name of the game is making the second rep your first rep. That's like the point I feel like they're at right now. It's like they need one rep to kind of like get it in there, and then the second rep is much better.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task. I mean, or everybody would be clean. So
that's the name of the game all season, making your ticks more further apart in frequency.
How much we got left? All right.
Whatever happens right before they go on drum 2. Just a little hiccup in there. That's every group though. Right now they're like, all right, we're at the point of the season where it's either going to get clean or it's going to get changed.
Yep.
Nice. Ooh, with the skanks there, the little groove. Yeah, they play some fast, low rolls.
Very fast, low rolls. With good quality, too.
Nice bass. Kind of that. Nice.
Long extended bass phrase.
That's a dense phrase.
Very dense, very vertically written. They recovered for the flam figures at the end, but all the paradiddle stuff was kind of gray in there, but...
Yeah, good. I mean, that stuff with the basses too, like just using the flat line as like punches within the bass phrase.
I'm going to make a prediction. The second rep's going to be better.
I bet you they finish better.
Probably.
As this bass phrase builds, they just using the flat line to punch these accents.
Accents and checkpoints for the listener.
This bass phrase is cool. It's like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Nice.
Better, but still... I'll wait.
Yeah. I think it's just, I'm gonna wait.
It's the end.
Yeah. Just getting dialed in some of, like, you know, you're at the end of the show, some of the hype, some of the adrenaline, like, you know, that's one of those sections you could easily get pumped with adrenaline and you're just playing a little bit outside of maybe what you would normally do when you're on a Friday night, Saturday night rehearsal. You're in the lot, you're like, ooh, you're juiced. Just got to like, all right, guys, let's not overplay the heights.
My biggest piece of advice for
not
them
overplay
down the stretch.
The dynamics.
Yeah. Sorry, I just cut you off there. My bad. I get
You're
excited.
fine. Your biggest
I get
piece.
excited. Biggest piece of, biggest piece of advice, don't change anything the last 2 weeks. Just keep doing what you've been doing to get to this point. Don't try and reinvent the wheel to like
change everything
a ton cleaner and put a bunch of pressure on yourselves, because I predict they will beat a lot of people that they maybe normally don't beat, potentially, in Dayton. I could be totally wrong. But I'm going to do a lot of homework throughout this next week in terms of watching shows to do obviously, we're going to record our predictions podcast at the end of this week because you're gone the week after on a vacation. So we have to do it a little earlier than normal. We're still not going to put it out until Tuesday or Wednesday of finals week, but we're going to be doing our homework, and we'll see who I put them above in my guesses, my dart throws.
Unfortunately, this year we will not get to see the judges panel before we do our predictions, which is usually helpful.
Yeah, it does. Unfortunately,
it just is what it is. It is what it is. It's
the reality. Who's judging can affect where you might end up, because obviously, like, judges have their criteria, but at the same time, everybody has their approaches and where their brain gravitates. And I don't want to say biases, because that probably doesn't give the judges enough credit. It just affects things. Everybody knows it intuitively.
Yep.
But they all do a very good job most of the time, sticking to the sheets and making the right calls. So, all right, Rhythmic Force, I've enjoyed watching them all season. I can't wait. I hope to see them live in person in Dayton when I'm there. Take some videos maybe. I haven't told you that. I'm going to try to record with you not being there. I'm just going to be like in work mode, and I'm going to try to record as much as possible, walking around the lot of as many groups as possible, just because it's fun, and I figure why not. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Well, you got anything else on Rhythmic Force?
I'm good.
I know this one was a little bit more of like as haters would say, a tick tape, but because there's no front ensemble, it wasn't a full show, but we just wanted to appreciate the good battery drumming that's happening at that group, so it is what it is. Comment, like, subscribe, share the video, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, join button, agedoutpodcast.com, Aged Out Fundamentals. I'm actually going to drum to one, probably the Paradiddle Diddle one, as soon as I'm done recording this today. And we'll see everybody in the next one.
Peace.